Hey everyone, this is Corey.
And I'm Ariel.
And you're listening to The Dirt Road Show. All right. Hello everyone, and hello Ariel. How are you doing?
Hello, Corey. I'm doing so good. How are you?
I'm good. It's just, a sunny day in Northern Oregon right now, which is kind of rare. So I don't know. Summer's just getting started, enjoying the time, the nicer weather. How are you doing?
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, I'm doing great as well. It's a cloudy, sunny day over here in Dallas, Texas. So sun shining, I'm shining.
Nice. Well,
yeah.
I am so excited about today's show.
Me too, Corey. Oh my gosh, we've been waiting for a while for this one.
Yeah. So today we have singer, songwriter, and musician Clayton Johnson on the show. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Yes, Clayton Johnson is a Nashville-based country music artist, originally from Modesto, California. His passion for music was sparked through songwriting and performing in church, setting the foundation for his career.
Clayton's rise in the industry began with a modeling campaign for Boot Barn, which is pretty cool, which led to acting and music opportunities. He's been a guitarist for some pretty big names, which we'll be talking about in the interview.
Along the way, he's continued to perfect his craft, writing songs for himself and other artists. His original songs have been streamed millions of times.
He really is a super talented artist, and we're just pumped that he agreed to be on the show. This is a great conversation, and you are not going to want to miss any of it. We will get to it right after this break. Hey y'all, we want to invite you to check the Dirt Road Show out on social media and give us a follow, rate, and a review on your favorite podcast platform.
And we want to know what rising country artist you would like to hear on the show. Please send them our way. You can DM us on any of our social media platforms at Dirt Road Show, or send us an email at contact@dirtroadshow.com.
Hey, Clayton, thank you so much for coming on the Dirt Road Show.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. We've been trying to get together. We finally made it happen. Thank you for thinking of me and wanting me to come on. I'm excited to talk to y'all.
Yeah, we are thrilled. Well, so you were actually shooting a couple music videos yesterday. Can you kind of let's just jump in and talk about it?
Yeah, for sure. So I released my first collection of songs, my first EP about 2 weeks ago. And we wanted
Which we love. We are big fans.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
Completely.
It means a lot. It's like my baby, or several babies, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have, a music video and a visualizer to kind of represent each song and the stories behind it. So we did 2 videos yesterday, and we rented a truck for my friend. His name is Beef. That's his nickname. He was in a band called Boys Like Girls. I don't know if you remember that band.
Yes, I remember that band.
And yeah, he's the drummer, and they're going on tour with Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I'm going to see them this September in Portland, Oregon.
Amazing.
So, very excited.
But anyway, so I got my friend's, it's a 1970 Chevrolet. It's so sick. It's a boat to drive. You have to slam on the brakes 500 feet before you want to actually stop. Taking the whole time. And let me tell you, right now in Nashville, it's disgusting. It's like swimming outside right now. I think it's only 95, but the humidity and stuff is just you step outside and you're just drenched. So
yeah.
We drove out to this farmhouse about 45 minutes away from Nashville. No AC in the car, with me, the lead actress, and my dog in this rickety old truck with no AC, trotting down the road. It was pretty funny. But yesterday we were shooting some scenes at nighttime, and I had the headlights on, and we were out by the ponds, kind of off-roading a little bit, and we realized that the car died. And nobody had cars that could get back there. So it was a whole situation this morning to figure out how to get another 4-wheel drive vehicle out there to jump the car to get it back here. So could have been worse. Thankfully, it all worked out. But dealing with the heat and all that too was, I think I burned 1 billion calories in the last.
Yeah, no kidding.
No joke.
Did you get Miller Lite out of my body right now.
Did you get to record any of the music video at all yesterday?
Yeah, so we ended up, everything was fine. Thankfully, it was literally the very last shot of the day.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It was nighttime. We were doing some headlight shots over the lake, and it just died. I know cars do that anyways if you leave the lights on too long, but particularly older cars, they go out a little bit quicker than the newer cars. So we found out the hard way, but it's all good. We're going literally after this interview, we're going to shoot a third music video today. We're going to be on the lake here, Percy Priest here in Nashville, and it's going to be a good day. So at least we're going to be in the water, have a few brews out there.
Yes.
It'll be a little bit nicer, but it's still like 95 degrees and disgustingly good today.
Can you tell us which music videos you were shooting and that you're shooting today?
Totally. So yesterday we did a video for a song called 18 Again. That song was based, on my parents' relationship. They've been married almost 40 years. Aww. And they send me videos of them like acting like kids, dancing in the kitchen, just being ridiculous, dressing up as the Easter bunny for, and her hiding eggs, and just the youthfulness that they have and the youthfulness that they bring out of each other was the inspiration behind the song. Mm-hmm. So shot a video for 18 Again yesterday, as well as a video for one of my favorite songs on the EP called I'll Never Have to Say, kind of the slower ballad one. And I have a friend of mine, her name is Shelby Bay. She was on a TV show called $1 Million Listing, but she's a guest model and an actress, and she's an awesome person. And she flew out from LA to be a part of these music videos. So we're having a good time. She's been such a trooper. You never know with LA models, if they're going to be able to handle the country lifestyle and trotting through, creeks with snakes in them and having no AC in the truck.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I was super impressed by her. She's awesome.
I cannot wait to see them. That's really exciting.
Today, we're shooting a video for the last song on my EP called I'll Quit Drinking Tomorrow, which is based on true events. And it's kind of the last EP that's just a fun boat, lake, drinking song. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to the lake, a big old pontoon boat with like double slides on it. I bought like an old VHS camera. So we're going to film everything on VHS. Everyone's going to take turns, and we're just going to have a good time today. So looking forward to that one for sure.
That sounds so
creative.
Fun.
Yeah.
And you're just getting a bunch of your friends out there, or who's going to be in it?
Yep, exactly. So I think the boat holds about 16 people. So I think we have like 12 coming right now. We're meeting in about an hour-ish, and should be a good time.
Wow.
I would say
that's
from Nashville, I'll tell you all to come, but
we would be there. That's awesome.
Sorry for the lack of invite.
It's all good.
Corey and I are frequent Nashville visitors, so
yes,
we'll come out there sometime. We will.
Please reach out to me. We'd love to meet you guys in person.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we will. Well, okay. So you mentioned LA, and you're originally from California. So let's jump into a little bit of your background and your story. Why Nashville? Yes. Why country music? Like, tell us who you are and where you come from, and how you got where you are.
I like this. It feels like a first date. I like it.
That's your co-host.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty decent at first.
Isn't that true though? First dates are just like interviews,
It's true. Well, what are your hobbies, your skills?
All things lead back to my EP, but I have a song on there called Talk is Cheap.
Yes, that was one of my favorites.
Thank you. Yeah. And it really is about like, you don't have to go do anything crazy or spend a lot of money to get to know somebody's favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
That was so cool because we have a line in there about Leanne Rimes, and she ended up commenting on the video and being like, I love this so much. It's so cute. So to have one of the queens of country music, comment and acknowledge my song is just mind blowing.
That's so cool.
But I'm born and raised in the Central Valley of California, a city called Modesto. We're kind of the same region where like John Party is from, and Nate Smith, and an artist I just toured with, Tyler Rich. We're all these kind of Northern California cowboys. And a lot of people don't associate California with that lifestyle and things too. But even the city next to me in Modesto is what's called the cowboy capital of the world. And you can Google this. It's a city called Oakdale next to my city. And we have the most like rodeo champions like per capita in our city, but surrounded by agriculture, surrounded by farmers. I grew up listening to 90s country music. My mom had me pretty young. She was like 20 years old when she had me, and grew up listening to her favorites of, Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks and Brooks and Dunn and all the classic 90s stuff. And always loved it. Loved the lifestyle. Grew up hunting and fishing. And when I got to junior high, it's kind of when I started venturing away from it. I feel like, you kind of rebel a little bit and want to do something else. You grew up on country, and that's when my emo phase hit for a little bit. So I was in all the Warped Tour bands and, Good Charlotte and Blink-182 and all those type of bands.
Yes.
Yeah. So from Modesto, I played in a couple bands that were kind of pop punk bands and did that for a little bit. And then ended up making the move to LA for a little bit. It was just going to be for a week or two just to go visit. And I ended up getting an opportunity to play some music and got some opportunities to play guitar for some music videos. And then one thing led to another. I ended up staying in LA for quite some time, but I've always loved music. I always wanted a career in it. I had some opportunities to play. I played for Sabrina Carpenter when she was a lot younger. I played for Scotty McCreery when he first won American Idol. The very first music video he ever shot was a video called I'll Love You This Big, or I Love You This Big. And I got to play bass for him on that too. So LA had a lot of opportunities. And for me, it was still driving distance home. You know, it's about 5 hours back home. So if I just wanted to be close to my family still. So I was just spending a lot of time in Nashville as well, flying out there and spending time with friends and riding out here. And then finally, I just felt like this tug, like, hey, you need to, you know, I'm a man of faith, and I believe God was like, hey, you need to trust me and just take a leap of faith, and everything will fall into place. And I was so scared. Didn't have a place to live. I just packed up my car a couple years ago, drove to Nashville. And within like a couple months, I signed my first publishing deal. Wow. And it's just crazy, you know, taking the opportunity and taking a chance like that to what doors could open. And if I didn't take that leap, you know, what doors of opportunity I would have missed. So,
you said a couple years ago? This is like fairly recent.
Yeah. So I started my project in 2000. And to be honest with you, I wasn't trying to be a country artist. I was writing country music, and I was working a lot with my friend, Kevin Bard. He's a songwriter and producer, and he and I were in one of those emo bands together back in the day. And he ended up having a couple number ones, writing with Dan and Shay. He wrote How Not To for Dan and Shay, and Just the Way for Parmalee, and a bunch of other artists as well. So he encouraged me. He's like, hey, like, just for fun, why don't we just record some songs and see what happens? Wow. And next thing I know, he was showing them around, and we got some opportunities from some labels that were interested. And I really didn't think I was going to pursue it. And then when I got people that were interested in it, it's like, man, why not jump headfirst into it? I love music. The ups and downs of the business can be, you know, pretty rough.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, man, I feel like maybe I should go back to school. Maybe I should, you know, trying to figure out my life. I think a lot of people were doing that during COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the doors just kind of opened up and started coming out to Nashville more, putting out my project, and it got received pretty well. And then just been going ever since. So it's been about 5 or 6 years now since we started recording all these songs for my project. So
yeah,
you kind of went from being like playing instruments for some pretty big names. When did you start? Have you always been singing? That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, when did that become part of your repertoire? Yeah.
What's crazy is my mom was a stay-at-home mom. I had 2 brothers at the time when I was growing up, and the 3 of us shared a 1-bedroom growing up. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad was a teacher, and he was really into musicals and theater. And in church, we sang a lot in church. And I still have this like project from kindergarten of a drawing that I made. And it says, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I drew myself with singing notes coming out of my mouth.
I love that.
Well, I guess I always knew, like, you know, it was something that I always loved and had a passion for. And to be able to make it and turn it into a career, even with all the ups and downs, like, I feel incredibly lucky to be able to do what I do and make a living. But I've always loved music. And then my brothers and I taught ourselves to play guitar in our 1-bedroom that we shared back home, and started playing together just for fun. And then that's when we kind of started playing in garage bands and playing music junior high through high school. And then one thing led to another. My little brother, his name's Chantry. He's a songwriter for Disney. He writes a lot of the songs inside the Disneyland parks, like for the fireworks display, for the actual rides themselves. He got his first Emmy nomination last year for an Olivia Rodrigo song for High School Musical.
Wow, that is so cool.
We both have been able to, you know, do what we love and turn it into something, you know, long term. And I always bring this up to my parents. We have a family friend who a couple of years into our journey asked us, you know, what's your backup plan? Like, you know, what's your real job going to be? And we said, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk in a year. And so that was just a little bit more fuel to add to the fire.
Yes.
But what? We're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, it's kind of all that's led me to where I'm at now.
So you've been in the industry for a while, and you can definitely tell with the music that you put out, it's just good. It's good lyrics, good melody. It's super enjoyable. It's just neat to see such like great songs come out. It's like you don't miss as I've been listening to your stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But being in the industry for so long, tell us a time or a few times when you've been like starstruck? Because I feel like you can get kind of used to, like seeing like, oh, that's Dustin Lynch. Oh, that's, Blake Shelton over there.
Scotty McCreery.
Yeah. Give
Sabrina
us some
Carpenter.
times you've been starstruck.
I mean, okay, so for me, I'm a huge NFL fan. So one of my good friends, Tyler Rich, who, like I said, I just toured with this last year, as a welcome to Nashville present, he said, hey, I'm taking you somewhere to my friend's house to celebrate you coming to Nashville. And it was George Kittle's house, who's the starting tight end for the 49ers, who's my football team, both of our football team. And I've met a lot of, not trying to be like that, but I've met a lot of celebrities and singers and things. But for me, somebody that I love that much and I watch every Sunday and know all his stats and where he went to school and who his family members are, like almost stalker status, to hang out with George Kittle at his house with a bunch of other 49ers players.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're like, where am I? Who am I?
It's crazy. So shout out Tyler for that. The only other person that like, I want to say starstruck, but I was just like, in hindsight, I was like, oh, that was a really cool experience. I was in the studio with somebody at the time, and Taylor Swift was next door to us.
That's
and they
cool.
were, the artists I was working with and Taylor were really good friends. So she was doing all her Taylor's version stuff. And we were working on someone's album next door, and we were able to spend some time together and drink some whiskey together and talk.
With Taylor?
Yeah, with Taylor. It was awesome.
Wow.
So cool. It's so cool. She happened to be here in Nashville right now. Her and Travis Kelce were in town. She played here in Nashville last night, which is so crazy. So cool to see in a smaller venue. But George Kittle and Taylor Swift, coincidentally, they were at the show together last night.
Oh my gosh.
Dancing because Travis and George are good friends. So that was crazy to see. But
Wow. Those are some good ones.
Those are. Okay, but going off of that question, Corey, I've got one for him where what do you have like a humbling story? Any embarrassing moments in Nashville that or maybe even before Nashville, but in like the music career where it's like, oh, well, that one's gonna stick with me. That's a story.
Man.
Any awkward moments? Because I love those and I live for those. So I've got to ask.
They say like, don't meet your heroes,
Yeah.
And for me, I did listen to a lot of 90s rock as well as 90s country. Mm-hmm. And at the time, the band I was in, we were touring with Third Eye Blind, which for me, like I loved Third Eye Blind growing up. And my first time meeting Steven, he walked onto our bus. Steven's the singer. Mm-hmm. And I stand up so excited to shake his hand. And he pushed my hand out of the way. He goes, I don't, who's this? And he pointed to my girlfriend at the time on the couch. And I was just like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I've never told that story outside to a few of my friends, but
Yeah.
Wow.
That's definitely something that would stick with you.
Yeah. He ended up being a very nice guy. He would put pillows on stage for us to watch. But that was my first time meeting him and my first impression of him. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
But I know it's always scary meeting your idols because you just hope that they're as cool as they seem.
I know.
You hope as nice as they are. But, I've learned too, sometimes you can catch somebody on a bad day. I definitely have my bad days.
True.
I think of times when I've met people for the first time and maybe I wasn't as friendly as I normally am. So I keep that in mind and try to give people, the respect in that as well. But that was a pretty kind of a crazy first time meeting somebody.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Clayton, in your musical career, it seems like you have done quite a bit of songwriting. Did you write most of the songs on your EP or what does that look like?
Yeah, so I write most of my songs. I would say there's only one on the EP that I didn't write, but everything else come from my personal experiences and ideas. I have a running list of song titles and ideas of songs I eventually want to write. So when I go into a session, I kind of go through it with the writers and tell them the story behind the title and we kind of dive into it. But also sometimes there's songs that just speak to me that somebody else wrote that I resonate with. Mm-hmm. And that's what was the case on the EP. Never Have to Say is the one that only one I didn't write.
Yeah.
It just hit me like manifesting. Like I said, I'm a single man, but manifesting that kind of love and finding somebody like that, that's, a lifetime type of love. So,
Yeah.
but as far as songwriting goes, I love being able to songwrite. I'm not above singing other people's songs, but I feel more attached to my music when it comes from a real place and from a place that I, resonate with and titles that I come up with.
Have you had any of your songs that you've written cut by other artists?
I have. I can't talk about it just yet.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah.
When's the release date? Because maybe you can.
I know. That's the hard thing too with songwriting is one of my favorite songs I've ever written was for my project. And my songwriters were like, no offense, Clayton, we think you're great, but like we feel like this song is bigger than you.
Wow.
And you have to kind of swallow that pill of like,
I'd be like, wow, what a compliment. What a terrible, but also like a stab.
Yeah.
Totally. They're just like, hey, like we think like somebody massive would love this song and we could see this, being life-changing for you. And they compared it to, like Sam Hunt writing Cop Car.
Yeah.
And Sam wanted to put that out and he was a little hesitant to let Keith Urban do it, but it changed his career.
Yeah.
And Sam was still able to release it. So I have one song in particular that I am really in love with that I've had to be like, okay, long term, this is probably gonna be better if this artist ends up doing it.
Yeah.
That's the tough thing too is, artists cut your songs, meaning they record them, but that doesn't mean necessarily that they're going to come out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How it happens is you'll just get a random call one day. I wrote a song for Lana Del Rey and Quavo that, just got a call. Hey, this song's coming out in a couple weeks. And it's like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, so a lot of times you don't even know until it decided it's for sure making a record or it's for sure coming out.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty crazy career to have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow.
Well, tell us a little bit about some songs on the EP. I'm actually specifically curious about the title track, Live to Learn.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a really good song. Can you tell us about writing that and kind of what the inspiration was behind it?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, like you said, it's a title track of the EP is Live to Learn. And I've done a lot of living and I've done a lot of learning. And I think a lot of people can resonate with that as well. And there's a lot of things, from choices that you make that in hindsight weren't the right choices. Or there's things, curveballs that are thrown at your life that maybe you weren't planning, but you had, are out of your control. Yeah. And you got to learn how to deal with those things. And is it going to make you or is it going to break you? Mm-hmm. And learning from your mistakes and becoming better from, whatever hand life deals to you. So for me, being in my mid 30s now and making mistakes and going through things that were unexpected, have made me the man that I am today. I feel so much more. I still have more growing to do, but I feel so much more mature and settled and centered and at peace from taking these obstacles and these poor choices and learning from them and becoming better from them.
Yeah.
And for me, that kind of just encapsulates me as a man right now and where I'm at in my life. And so that's that song in particular, is one of my favorites, and it felt strong enough to name that the EP.
Yeah. You said that your faith plays a big part in your life. Does it inspire your songwriting at all?
It does in, trusting God's plan for my future and putting me in a place where, I'm going to be, it's successful, not necessarily even career wise, but successful in life. I feel like I had such an amazing childhood and I have so much love and light that was poured into me from people in my community and my friends and family that I have so much that I want to give and pour out to people as well too. So when it comes to my songwriting too, I'm really good at listening to the little, emotions or your heart or your spirit. And I try to lean into that musically and with decisions I make career wise and just in life in general. So.
Yeah. Being led by the peace. Yeah. I love it.
Really.
Clayton, what do you have coming up? What can we look forward to as far as more music coming out, touring, obviously a few music videos, so that's exciting.
Yeah, so obviously the EP came out a couple of weeks ago. We're going to be promoting that and these music videos here for the next month or so. And I do have a new release coming out in August, single release. It's one of my favorite songs I've written. People have been asking me to release this for a long time, especially when I do live shows. It's a song. It's kind of more of a fun song. It's kind of like a fancy, like Walker Hayes type of song. It's called "My Girl Drinks Beer."
Nice. That sounds great.
The opening line is talking about Nashville and how Nashville's great, but like all of a sudden girls are drinking espresso martinis and $20 drinks on the roof.
Get out of here.
There's nothing wrong with that, but there's just something cool about a girl who just drinks a beer.
Yeah.
So shouting out the good old, down home girls who still celebrate life drinking beer. So it's a really fun, catchy song that'll be coming out in August.
Sweet.
And
Fun.
really excited about that. And then I'm kind of in an interesting place right now too, where my label deal is ending.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of meeting with some other people I'm really excited about. I also don't have a manager. So I can't talk about it just yet, but I will say like one of the biggest, male country artists, his team and I have been talking, and I've met their team, and hopefully we'll be able to move forward. And it's just exciting to grow the team. And anytime you can have help and people that believe in you and want to invest in your career, it's really, really exciting. So
Yeah.
we're still writing a ton of songs right now. And we're going to be releasing a bunch of music in fall. So right now, just kind of getting the last couple pieces together as far as management and label, deciding what direction I want to go. Leading up to the EP, it's just been chaotic, finishing the songs, doing the promo, doing the release party. So it's been nice to kind of take a little bit of a step back and get back into the studio and back to writing. But I'm very excited. We'll have a bunch of new music coming out here through fall, but August will be the next single release.
Okay. And touring, you're not touring right now? Is that right?
Yeah. So I just got off the road with Tyler Rich. Some great runs. We did a show out west for Luke Bryan's farm tour. He had a little pre-party that was so much fun.
Oh, cool.
We'll be just doing one-offs and festivals right now. So
Okay.
we'll be in Kentucky next month, and we'll be in Boise next month. So right now, just kind of one-offs and things.
Okay.
Kind of just trying to get my team and everything figured out.
Yeah.
Once all that's locked in, I think we'll be able to just go press on the gas and go, full force with everything. But
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. And now I want to ask you.
okay.
All right. Okay. And I think everyone wants to know this.
Okay.
So you had mentioned this is like a first date. Let's ask you the dating question. So what's the dating scene like in Nashville? Are you on dating apps? What are you doing to like figure things out?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard being in entertainment.
Yeah.
And then being out here in Nashville, it has been challenging because, what I do, it's can be overwhelming. You got to find somebody really secure with, girls commenting on things or posting videos of you doing your thing and girls liking your songs and all that comes with being an artist. And out here in Nashville, it's been tough too, because a lot of the girls that I've met or have had any interest in are just visiting for the weekend. There's so many people that come just to, celebrate something or come just to visit or come to a show. So it's been challenging finding somebody here in Nashville.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I am so focused on the opportunity that I have. Like the fact that I had a record label, believe in me enough to financially back me and trust me with that. Like I just don't take that lightly. So I've been really pouring all my time and energy into writing these songs. And I don't know if I would be a good boyfriend for somebody right now, just because I want to be the best boyfriend I can be and give them the attention they deserve. And I don't know if that I'm in a place right now where my career is at that I could give that person what they deserve. Yeah. So, still going on dates and, on apps here and there. I go through phases of deleting them, re-downloading them.
Of course.
In there. But yeah, we'll see. And then, like we talked about earlier, like making mistakes in dating choices and people I've dated and trying to be better at that, but also, have faith that the right person will come along and they'll be a great fit. And I look up to, artists like Thomas Rhett, who is just such an amazing dad and such an amazing husband, and the way that he's able to make it work, or like Jordan Davis. And, that would be my dream one day, is to be able to, live a life like they do with kids and family and still being able to do what they love and play music for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you're building a great foundation for that, though.
I think so. And I had to, like I said, I had to live to learn. I had to make a lot of mistakes and make some poor choices, unfortunately. But if I didn't do those things, it wouldn't lead me to this place now where I feel like, I'm sturdy in who I am, and very self-aware of where I'm at too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of want to, because I feel like you do have a lot of wisdom to share. What advice would you give to someone, an aspiring artist who's looking at or dreaming of pursuing a career in country music? What
yeah,
advice do you have for them?
man, I had somebody tell me this when I was starting out, and I do meet with some artists that are fresh out here and are seeing what I'm doing and how did you get to this point. And for me, the number one thing is like you just can't quit. Like it's got to be your priority. I have a lot of friends who are in country music that live, in LA, and they're like, I don't want to move to Nashville, or I don't want to do it full time, or like I'll put out a couple songs a year, and it's like you can't be half in and half
It's
out.
not enough. Yeah.
It's not enough. If you really want to do it, you have to jump in. You got to hustle. You got to do what you got to do, but you can't quit. And let me tell you, there's mornings still where I wake up and I'm like, am I making the right choice doing this? Like, am I going to be able to provide for a family one day, chasing this dream? And am I happy? Like, am I good? Like, are my songs good? Is my voice terrible? Like, I have all those same feelings I had when I was younger. And even with big artists, it's so crazy working with massive artists and them having those same insecurities. And you're like, man, you've won how many Grammys and you've done, how many big arena shows and all these things, and you're self-conscious about your voice and your project. And your thing. So it doesn't matter what level that you're at. I think you just have to, be all in if you're going to be all in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell us, Clayton, what are some of your favorite songs to perform when you're out on the road?
Yeah, for sure. So this one's not released yet, but we talked about it. My Girl Drinks Beer is a really fun song. I had a chance to play it in Japan last year, which was so cool.
That's amazing.
And most of them don't speak English. And after the first chorus, they caught on right away and were able to sing.
Wow.
So that was such a cool moment. And it's just a fun, like I said, celebration of girls that still like to throw back a cold one,
Yes.
So that's always fun. We toss beers out to the crowd, and it always gets a really but other than that, our show opener right now for touring and shows has been the opening song on the EP, Just Like That. Mm-hmm. It's just a fun, big, upbeat rock, country song. That's just a fun, energetic one to play. So that's always a fun one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the lows when everybody has insecurities, everybody goes through stuff, and sometimes things just don't go your way and you get a lot of discouragement? How do you deal with that and keep going?
Man, I feel like I've built a really amazing community of people around me. Mm-hmm. I think that's the number one thing. Like, I have a great tribe of other men who are vulnerable with their feelings and emotions. And don't get it twisted. I still love football and beer, and I can barbecue. But I'm not afraid to call my friends and just be like, "Hey, like, I'm really not feeling good right now."
Yeah.
Like, I'm so lucky to have friends in my life that are like, "Hey," they'll drop anything and just be like, "Hey, let's talk. What's going on? You got this," and are encouraging and pour into you. And I heard somebody describe this analogy of everyone's got a full cup. And some days you have a really rough day and you lose a lot of the water out of your cup, and you have friends who come fill you up and bring you back. And some days you lose a lot more water than other days. And I just feel really lucky to surround myself with people that are also straight up with me too, who call me out on my stuff.
Yeah.
If they're like, "Hey, you're making some really poor choices.
Yeah.
Like, this is not good for you. This is not healthy for you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's really just surrounding myself with good people, family and friends, and communicating when I'm not in a good place.
Yeah.
For the most part, I am, but I have some rough days too.
And we all do. Like, I think we're lying to ourselves if we say we don't. And just having the vulnerability to share that, I think, shows a lot of maturity. And just going back to what you were talking about, having your faith be a big part of your life, like, that's biblical. We're told to have good counsel around us and, have friends. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then obviously my faith too, and giving it to God and praying about it. And there's anytime I've like just let go, is that everything's always worked out.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent next month, or I don't know how this is going to go. Like, it always works out when I pray about it, and I just have faith and trust that it's going to work out in my favor, and just feel really lucky for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you live to learn, right?
Mm,
Exactly.
I feel like you've taught us something here today.
gosh, well, I love that. It's yeah, and that's I just want people to hopefully take away some of that from
Yeah.
songs. Is we I've been saying it's like there's a lot of windows down fun songs that are just fun songs to sing along to. And there's a lot of windows up like reflection songs to go a
Ooh.
little bit deeper into yourself too. And I think that's how I am in real life. You know, I love just having a good time, but I also like getting deeper and want to be better always too. So
Yeah.
that's what
Well,
all is about.
yeah. Well, we didn't talk about this because I mean it's not on your EP, but the song "Howdy,"
Oh my gosh.
love, love, love. That's probably my favorite song by
Oh
you.
my gosh.
I have to
Thank you.
say,
Thank you.
"Howdy" is one of my favorites for sure. That one and "Talk Is Cheap." That one is on the new one, but the "Howdy," I love the word play. I was listening to it thinking, okay, this is a song about hello,
Right.
and was definitely not. And I love that you spelled it that way and fooled everybody. So
Thank you. And with
great song.
songwriting, thank you so much. And with songwriting, there's been, I can't even tell you how
Yeah.
many times I've come up with a song title.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so original. And then you look it up and it's been done like 10 times.
Yeah.
Dang it. So with that one, I had that idea. And sure enough, nobody had done that concept yet.
Yeah.
And I wrote it with my friend Ricky Manning. I don't know if you know who Ricky is. He's having such an incredible moment on TikTok right now where he's just exploding. Joe Jonas asked him to come open for him. An
Wow.
amazing songwriter, incredible voice. So check out Ricky Manning. But I wrote that song with him and my buddy Kevin Bard. And that was one of those that came to us and we wrote in about an hour. And it's my biggest song to date. And that was a super fun one too. Everyone loves that song live too. It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun.
Let's end this way. Clayton, we want to know if you have any hot takes, any like mildly controversial or controversial opinions that you'd like to share with the world.
Yeah, you know what? People are gonna find out sooner or later. So I'm just gonna have to lay it
Oh
out.
no.
But I don't like ketchup. I think ketchup is extremely overrated. Like I'm Italian, like give me some real red sauce.
Ooh,
You know, like a real ragu or a bolognese. You're like, give me some real meat sauce, but ketchup.
So
I'm just
what do
not.
you put on hot dogs though?
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
dip
just
your
raw
fries
dog it.
in? Wait,
Just
go ahead.
raw dog.
No way.
Oh, no. Yep.
Mustard. At least mustard.
Get out of here.
We were cooking dogs last night, and Shelby, the actress in the video, she doesn't do ketchup either, so we had a little connection there. But she doused it in mustard, like the whole plate was just covered in mustard.
You're like,
Like honestly, I'm not like a huge condiment guy, so like I don't really use I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I know it's weird, but
Interesting.
I think
That is
some
weird.
condiments are overrated. Mayonnaise ain't doing it. Relish, no thanks. Ketchup,
all right,
yeah.
Ketchup
gonna take the
specifically.
excitement out of life.
Yeah, ketchup. Because that's I feel like ketchup is so beloved by so many people.
Yes.
Sure.
I don't think it's fun. I think it's fun.
Is
Yeah.
it the sugar content? Is it like what? Is it the tomatoes?
I don't
Not the
doesn't
tomatoes.
like it.
No, because you like the sauce. Okay.
Yeah, not the tomatoes because I love good tomatoes. But ketchup, just like I don't know, it's just because it tastes like manufactured and almost like fake or like not super healthy and clean. I don't know.
You're right. It
Ketchup
does.
is not it.
No, I hear your like they make sense,
Yeah,
but yeah, I've never heard ketchup before.
hot take.
Hot take.
Mic drop.
Clayton, what's the best way for people to support you?
Man, I think obviously, listening to music and sharing my music means the most. It's why you do what you do, is for people to hear the songs and connect. But honestly, just connecting with me on Instagram or TikTok. I love interacting with fans. I hate the word fans too. Like I want to have a friends and a community of people who love the music that I do. So just connect with me. Shoot me a message. I'll reply back. I want to have a relationship with people who are listening to my music too. So find me on Instagram, find me on TikTok. My Instagram is @Claywatch. But yeah, I would love to just stay in touch with everybody and be as close to everybody as I can.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the Dirt Road Show, Clayton. This has been a blast. We are already fans, but we are so excited to see what's next and hopefully see you live sometime soon and then meet up maybe next time we're in Nashville.
Yeah. I would absolutely love that. Please reach out to me. Would love to show you guys around. You guys are already pros, I'm sure. But I would absolutely love that. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving, new artists like myself a platform to talk about their music and for people to get to know us. So thank you so much for what you guys do.
Absolutely. Thanks, Clayton.
Hey y'all, this is Ariel again.
And Corey's here too.
We want to thank you so much for tuning in with us today.
To find out more about rising country artists, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Dirt Road Show.
I like this. It feels like a first date. I like it.